Parkour! Parkour!
Parkour!
I'm right behind you!
Yeah!
Parkour.
The episode had a tonal inconsistency with the mix of comedy and the plot that's surrounding Keiwa hiding his affiliation with the Desire Royale from Sarah, fearing that if she discovers his secret, her own reasons to join the game would be rendered futile. How much Kekera was lying about her reasoning to Keiwa. The comedy beats disrupted the overall flow of the episode. All through the scene where Keiwa convinced Sarah that she has a sponsor was actually kind of funny. After a series of episodes that we ventured away from the show's traditional formula, it was welcome to return to the familiar structure of the game. The objective of this episode's game is to collect the stolen ID cores, with the player with the largest collection of ID cores gains the power to eliminate any player that he wants. I like the idea that the winner can choose a player to make him leave the game. It's kind of interesting and can add drama to the story, and the entire game worked really well with Soul's plan. As the episode progressed, the narrative centered on the players that actively engages in the game. Sarah and Neon formed an alliance. On the other hand, Daichi actually tries to sway them into working together by giving them a large amount of ID cores. Sarah's trust in Daichi, despite her limited knowledge of him, can be understood to some extent, but Neon's willingness to believe him raises my suspicion. She could be lying to Sarah in order to get rid of her. As Neon demonstrated in the Disaster arc, she could be a good liar when she wants to, until she's pushed against the wall and crumble like a house of cards. Daiji's plan is to inform the two of a certain location that contains a large amount of ID cores. That place doesn't have any ID cores, or at least doesn't have enough reception to the ID core hunting app, and he would call Azuma to inform him about the two's location so they can be eliminated. Daiji's plan ultimately lead him to a confrontation with Azuma, because Azuma is pretty much the ghost of vengeance and also the ghost of hating people that uses other people's misery for their own good, resulting with Azuma defeating Daiji and cracking his ID core that in the end of the episode Archimedale takes. I absolutely adore how the show actually treats Azuma, being way more of an anti-hero than an actual good guy, not killing riders. He doesn't want to actually kill people, but he believes it's better off that their ID core would be cracked and they would never be in the game again, not only for other people, for other people's own good, but also for themselves. And also I really like the connection that Ace made with Daiji's character by using the tail Tonkatsu. However, the presence of the Yamato in this arc feels somewhat subdued, serving primarily as a reminder of their relevance in Sarah's potential elimination. Their involvement not only in this episode but the prior ones lack the excitement, potentially indicating a build-up to future development, and having Archimedale taking Daiji's ID core means that he will return as a Yamato. But I'm not sure how much I would care if Keiwa would kill Yamato Daiji. I think it should be human Daiji doing that because he already allied himself with the Yamato, and if you think about it, he and the Yamato have a lot more in common in their ideology, specifically towards the game. So simply reforming his alliance with the Yamato would have been better. And also, if they make him the King Yamato, this would be so disappointing. One of the standout aspects of this episode, in my opinion, is the continuous cool portrayal of Soul, presented as a detached entity, the way that he talks down to Tsurumi and other navigators and regards the world and the people who live in it as simple dogs for entertainment, and when they are no longer needed, they are simply cut off. And now let's talk about the biggest reveal of the episode, and that was Soul has revived Niram and brought back Win. From what I understood for a long time ago, Win didn't actually die in episode 16 because in the moment that he quote-unquote died, on the game board it was written loses, and we didn't hear the game over announcement. But we did hear Punk Jack loses. Could be because he was mind controlled in that episode, but also the show never really explained the announcement fully, so we don't know if it's because he was mind controlled or because he failed his mission, so he just got injured and was pushed to the back. But also he could have died as well. Sul revived the two to help him with the preparation of leaving this era and deleting everyone's memories of the DGP. And now that makes sense with collecting all the ID cores, with them holding the memories of all the DGP participants that died, and also stopping Archimedel from creating more Yamato that would hold them living. And having Punk Jack back is really intriguing, with him right now being on the side of the DGP, since last time we seen him, he decided to team up with Face against them, and their interaction next episode would be actually fascinating now. So yeah, what you thought about this week's Kamen Geats? Comment below, let me know, subscribe to my channel if you didn't. Thank you very much, have a great rest of your day.